He's the tallest man on the radio, so sit right back and enjoy the show. Flying through the air like a ballistic missile. Here's your host, Ben Kissel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. What a great first week it's been. Next week, I'm going to welcome, along with Shake, my friend Jerry Aquino. I can't wait to have her on. She's an actress and a comedian, and you are going to love her. Today, we have a special guest as well, Shaq. A man that I love very much, Randall Kaplan. He's responsible for that beautiful face right there. He has come in, graced us with his presence, and is going to draw the show today. So by the end of the show, we'll have a new drawing, which will be quite exciting.
Terrific artist.
I hope it doesn't disappoint.
Who cares if it does? It really doesn't matter. The entire show is disappointed. So there's no stakes. It literally, it is fine. All right. Well, let's just hop right into our first story. This comes from the Smoking Gun. There's a fella. He was wearing a kilt, and he went into an antique store. And what do you think? When a man wears a kilt, it means two things. He's Scottish, or he's about to shove a bunch of stuff up his asshole. So that's what happened with this guy. His name is Mitchell Vest, which is so ironic that he's wearing a kilt. He has pled guilty to going in to a store. He was searching through the merchandise, searching through all the odds and ends of Civil War memorabilia, wondering what he could possibly stick up his rectum. The dude is 6'6", 250 pounds. So there's a lot of room for a couch. Holy hell. He could put a full rocking chair inside of this guy. I'm 6'7", about 300, so I'm actually jealous that he weighs less than me. I'm working on it.
Well, get ideas on what you're going to do at the store today.
If this is the new form of exercise, just go to an antique store, grab whatever you can, and see if you can't shove it up your derriere, then I will be dropping pounds faster than Lizzo on Ozempic. All right. So, he's been sentenced to 12 months probation by the Harris County Criminal Court.
Yep.
The reason that he was caught is because all of this was on camera.
Yeah.
God.
This is everything these days.
And isn't that the big problem? The surveillance state. That's what we're here to talk about, is the surveillance state. As a matter of fact, I do want to make a little announcement. I was doing a Patreon show with my political content, and I realized a lot more people want to hear the political content than I thought, so that's scrubbed. Patreon's dead. So that show is now free, and it's on the Ben Kissel channel, so everything is together.
American politics is great theater. And I can only imagine how much people want to hear about it. You know all about that.
Yeah.
Fantastic response, Randall. Nailing it.
Going.
I hope we have subtitles.
Just here to grunt.
But on the most recent episode, I talk about Palantir, which is creating a surveillance state ecosystem with AI. Anyway, I can't wait for you to listen. So this dude, he's on camera. He's seen going back and forth at this restoration hardware store. And he sees this restoration hardware piece. It's like a makeup brush, right? So he sees this makeup brush and he's like, I don't have any hair. Literally, the guy's bald. So he has nothing to do with this makeup brush except for one thing, which is reach his hand behind his body, lift up his kilt ever so sexually, and shove it up his anus. So apparently he then placed the item back on the display shelf. Now this is where it gets nasty. I mean, the whole thing's nasty, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a big deal if he just left it in his ass. Right?
If he left it in his ass and he paid proper cash,
Right.
and he walked out like Daffy Duck,
Nothing wrong at all.
I don't care. You can do whatever you want after you buy it.
You pay for it. You buy it, you can shove it.
That's right. You break it, you buy it. You shove it up your ass, you buy it, you can keep it.
Right.
I've said
That's
it
where it should
before.
have stayed. In his asshole.
Exactly.
It shouldn't have been moved from the asshole.
Exactly. Great point, Randall. So the curiosity shop, they immediately called the police, and we were like, this guy shoving a bunch of stuff up his ass. And then the cops came, and they were like, buddy, what the hell were you doing? And it turns out that the merchandise, it all had to be thrown away. It was $204 worth of all the value combined of all of the things he shoved up his rectum was worth $204, which I'm going to say is kind of a deal. A lot of these antique shops are way overpriced. Have you been to a Goodwill lately?
No, not lately.
Bro, they're just as expensive as Target.
What's the point then?
I don't know. Have you been to one like a one of those kinds of stores, a consignment store?
Yeah, but not in a long time.
They
they used to be
cheap.
Yes, that was the point.
Because Goodwill gets the clothes for free.
That was the point.
But no, they are expensive now. It's so thanks Biden.
Is it because of vintage clothing?
I think it's because these
Because everything's expensive.
well, corporate grade.
Yeah.
Corporate
Price
grade.
gap. Price gouge.
Goodwill is part of corporate greed now?
Yes, of course. So Vest also took an antique bottle opener and a tobacco tent can and placed them in his anus as well. And then, again, returned them to the shelves. Now, the one reason why, other than the fact that they were inside of him, that they had to be destroyed was because there was a bunch of feces on them. Feces.
Yeah.
So he didn't even do... We know some people that work in the adult film business, and during anal days, first thing you do, the day before, you don't eat peanuts. Yeah. And you really take it easy. Yeah, you do your enema, you treat your anus. You want that to be cleaner than a Catholic cathedral on Ash Wednesday, right?
Prep work.
But he didn't do that. And that is also offensive. You're gonna go in there with an ass full of shit and then start shoving stuff in there. So anyway, since his arrest, Vest has he's been out. He's been free on $100 bond. He's described as quote as retired. He is retired.
That's the part that I saw that I didn't really hold it against him because retirement can be really hard on individuals. I'm not retired yet, but I can only imagine.
It's not that. What are you talking about?
I mean, retirement. A lot of people don't know what to do after retirement, so a lot of boredom goes into this. I'm trying to.
You end up shoving things in your ass, apparently.
No, but the whole point of retirement is that you do nothing. What are you talking about? Retirement is supposed to be bad. You know how many people watching and listening right now are like, I'll kill you.
If you've been working for a very long time and all of a sudden you're not working anymore,
that's wonderful.
It should be, but it's not necessarily. You know, a lot of people go into Great Depression when they're no longer working. I can only imagine what this guy's going through. If he's been working for 30, 40 years, now he's just roaming around with a kilt.
Also,
you gotta find something to do.
Would love to speak to some of his coworkers to be like, hey, you know what Vest did, right?
Oh, man. Individual.
So anyway, Vest, he lives in a $600,000 home in a Houston suburb, and the biggest news of it all, he's got a wife. What the hell do you say when you get home?
That's your own little activity on your own. If you didn't get caught, he would have kept doing that.
I would rather have my significant other admit to blowing people on OnlyFans than having them come home, especially in this case. If it's a hot gal, I can make it. I'll swing it. And be like, oh, you like antiques? Well, look at all this. Look at all this old shit I got. Shove it anywhere you want.
I love this story.
In this case, I just can imagine his wife is like, what the fuck, bro? And his mugshot just looks like he still has the objects in his ass. He's upset about something.
Extracurricular activities. The man's retired. Let's just let him have it.
I guess so.
Boredom is expressed in so many different ways. You know, I wouldn't necessarily do that. But
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Well, I don't think
there's no necessities there.
I don't think that you should ever be unemployed. If this is what you think is a fun thing to do
Devil's
during retirement. Most people go on cruises, you know. A lot of people go on. Yeah. A lot of people go on cruises, but whatever. Do whatever you want. You're 60. Go to McDonald's. Do they even do the senior discount anymore?
At McDonald's?
At McDonald's with the fast. Remember every fast food joint
had a discount at McDonald's, as far as I know. I think that's gone. Again, price gouging.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's move on. This story, it's much more serious, technically. There was a Kansas teenager, and he was and they're paralyzed because they were shot by this gal's dad. Now they were playing this game called Assassin. Have you guys ever heard about this? So apparently there's a game that these youngsters like to play. And oh boy, it's not the Slinky anymore. They basically go around with squirt guns. Oh, it was our mutual friend, Kevin. He was telling me about this. And basically what you do is you got all those squirt guns, right? And everyone at school has like the person that they have to assassinate throughout the year. And you never know when this is going to happen. But whenever it does, you're dead. But it's a squirt gun, right? So a high school senior was left paralyzed from the waist down when somebody shot her with the toy gun that obviously was containing water. So the father is like, you want to fight? You're going to spray my daughter with water? Take a couple of bullets. This is why not everyone needs to have a gun. So the person fired a toy gun at the man's daughter. Anakin Ziering, 18, was in a car with 2 other males outside of a Walmart in Goddard, Kansas. And who doesn't love Goddard, Kansas? When the 2 teens spotted them walking by, they said, "Oh my goodness, that's my senior assassin." So the 2 teens and a girl and her boyfriend, they said that they were like, "Okay, boom, we're going to get her." And then the dad just opened fucking fire on them, and they were shot multiple times. Apparently, what they were shooting were water polymer beads, but then they were just shot multiple times by a real bullet. So don't do that.
So the dad did not understand the premise of the game.
So what they're saying is it's a game of tag. Remember laser tag?
Yes.
That shit was awesome.
Yes.
Although those batteries died real fast. And then you also had half the time the person would be like, "You didn't get me." I'd be like, "You're lit up." And he's like, "No, I got myself." Get the hell out of here.
Got some cheating friends.
Oh my God.
It was
God.
the early 90s.
Early 90s. I mean, cheating was just a way of life.
That's
There's no cameras around.
left over from the previous decade.
Exactly, to ruin all the fun. So Senior Assassin, it's an elaborate game of tag where participating high school seniors, as I said, are giving targets. So most of the players use water guns or water balloons or gel blasters, which look fucking awesome. Have you
I haven't
seen those
yet? No.
Man, I want to get one so bad, but then I'm going to get shot by this chick's dad. So police departments warned parents earlier in the year that this game could have deadly consequences. But this is why, not from the students. Let students do stupid shit, please. Just who cares? I graduated high school in 2000. And after 4/20/1999, I had toked it up and I got stoned. But in Columbine, Colorado, there was a different kind of smoke pouring out from the bombs, of course, that were going off in that school. And after Columbine, schools immediately were on lockdown. No fun ever to be had. Yeah. You can't even smile or make a dark joke anymore. God forbid you try to get through this.
Now it's an everyday experience.
Exactly. God forbid you try to get through the horrible experience of high school with a little bit of levity. Not allowed. So police departments warned parents about it. And they really needed to warn parents mostly about this guy. The girl called her father, Ruben Marcus Conteros, to tell him that they were going to shoot her with gel blasters and that she didn't know who the 2 teens were. And because of that, he went back and he shot them to the point where now one is paralyzed. What do you think? How much at fault is the dad here? He is just trying to protect his daughter, which I get, but also use some common sense.
You go and you shoot first and ask questions later because...
Well, he's not Dirty Harry. I mean, the teen boys
who thinks he is.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, the teen boys, they parked their car, they attempted to enter the Walmart, but were kicked out, and then they walked to a nearby Dairy Queen. So kids are just the same as they always were. I can't tell you how many times I was kicked out of a supermarket just to go to Dairy Queen.
There is handicap in here, but this also has the premise of a sketch comedy.
What do you mean?
The whole thing, it's.
You think a lot of sketch comedy jokes end with someone being paralyzed?
Well, that's the part that I'm telling you, minus that part, but everything else that's happening, them walking to Dairy Queen and the whole Walmart thing, and Dad thinking that he's Dirty Harry and he's going back and shooting people.
You ever write for comedy? You ever write for a sketch show?
I know.
Well, we're going to leave that one on the back burner. Hey, guys, I have a great sketch idea. What if a couple of kids spray this chick with water and then the dad of the kid shoots them?
Mm-hmm. And they become paralyzed.
Yeah, they become paralyzed at the end. That's a funny sketch idea.
You can keep
wow, that's a great sketch idea. Randall, write that sketch idea down.
It's unfortunate, but
don't steal that idea.
It's a knee slapper.
If I see that on SNL,
you'll know where it came from.
Exactly. That's Shakenar Latang wrote that.
You gotta leave the handicap part out of it, but there are so many other just holes that you can just plug these things into. It sounds like a comedy out of the Midwest. And I would enjoy the hell out of it.
All right. Well, just a couple more stories today. We're not going too long. It's Friday. It's a Friday episode. It's our first week. Nudists. They are nudists are worried that people are no longer interested in public displays of nudity. I did not realize this. And if I was a nudist, doesn't it make it cool again? You know how, like, when people were like, I worship the devil and drink coffee every day, when Satanism had, like, this cute, like, resurgence, and now there's the Diablo burger, and Satanism has become passe, and anyone who's truly a Satanist is like, just go have sex, please. It makes it cool that it's more exclusive, in my personal opinion.
I would agree with you on that. It's rare.
Yes. So the German Association for Free Body Culture, or the DFK, is concerned. Why does everything in Germany sound like they're about to kill us? This is supposed to be nice. This is about boobies and butts hanging out on a beach.
There was something in the early in the 1930s,
and 40s,
and 40s.
Yeah.
Something happened. There was some reason though.
I'll have to read on that. I'll have to read up on that. So the German Association for Free Body Culture is concerned that people aren't bearing it all, as membership has declined and people seem to be losing interest in going en natural.
Yes.
Which is very sad. I didn't grow up in Germany, but my papa did. And we would go to Germany when I was a child. And that's, man, the boobs on the beach. And we're talking German boobs. So this is untethered, pure beer booby. I mean, these things are hogs.
Raw material.
Oh, my God. Angela Merkel, and she used those, by the way. She's a scientist. She's a brilliant woman.
Yeah.
But listen to the other shows for that talk. Her boobs were huge.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
And she campaigned using them, by the way. Oh, my God.
Frau Brucher.
Yep. So many people had a Merkel fetish.
I only saw her with suits on, but she advertised them while she was running.
Buddy, I'll just do a quick little search here. We'll have to get this image up for the people to see.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Angela Merkel and Nancy Pelosi have the two biggest boobs in political history. And you can argue who is worse. I would go Pelosi.
Oh, shit.
Yep. That's what we're talking about. So that's a plunging neckline, and it probably knocked over a couple of beakers when she was a scientist, which makes sense because they're huge. But and good for her. And if your breasts are small, good for you. Everyone's beautiful. Body positivity. That's what this is all about.
Absolutely.
So
Bear.
people are upset, or this group is upset, because people are becoming more reserved. And I'm thinking about this as I was going back as a child, thinking about my times in Germany. I was in 8th grade. We went to a German spa. I couldn't get out of the pool because God knows, little Winky was talking to me, and my mom was like, we got to go. And I was like, give me 10 minutes. I got to go to the cold water really quick and pray to God this 8th grade boner goes away because I don't want to see it. And I certainly don't think anyone here wants to see it. But I wonder if it's because of the cell phones. Is it because everything is on camera now?
Yeah.
So if you do go to a nude beach, and I'm sure for the most part people are going to be very respectful, not film and that kind of bullshit, not to be disgusting and, treat people with respect. That's what I would like to assume.
Yeah.
But we know how society is.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if people are scared to go to the nude beach because they don't want to end up like that chick that we talked about in the last episode, the Edmonton Oilers chick, who is currently being hunted down, including by our producer, Daniel, by the way. Daniel told me before the show that he was like, I scoured the internet to try to find her yesterday. I was like, wow, he has a British accent. So
Is there a finding fee?
No, for him?
Is that a British accent?
No, that wasn't British. I can't do British. Put another crumb on my cake. So the DFK has seen membership drop from 65,000, that was 25 years ago, to fewer than 34,000 now. And those are official nudists. They don't seem to be too excited that they're losing members. So it's cut, what is that? It's 30,000 people, almost in half.
Yeah. If you're proud of going to the beach and just being naked and enjoying other people's bodies, I mean, would a cell phone camera really deter you that much?
I think it would because then it goes everywhere, and then it's like, that's my accountant, that's my teacher, and then you get fired for this shit.
In Germany, though? Is it a thing in Germany? Or we're talking about if it came here in the U.S.?
I
Europe
think
is so much more open.
Yeah, but it's puritanical as hell, too. Everything has become more puritanical. We're in this socially conservative, fiscally liberal era, the dumbest of all worlds. So I do think that Germans, believe it or not, despite their stereotypical laid-back attitudes, I do think that even there, when it comes to nudity, it's a little bit less accepted, obviously, as it used to be. DFK President Elford Siglock, he claimed that changing attitudes towards the movement can be attributed to the long list of reasons, from generational differences, again, and to my point, to the fact that camera phones exist. He believes that social media has increased people's insecurities.
Yeah.
This is according to Siglock. The rise of the cult of the... this is actually very interesting. I love this. The rise of the cult of the perfect body on TikTok or Instagram is increasing the pressure to not want to undress.
That one I'm really buying.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Because the nice thing about these nudist communities, anyone who's watched Real Sex on HBO when you were growing up and you had to see if it was a titty between the blurred lines, these are normal bodies, right? These are normal people. And I went to one nude beach with an ex way back in the day, and yeah, there's some hard bodies, there's some rock hard bodies, and then there's a lot of just normal, again, you know.
Yeah.
Some people look like little chicken McNuggets, some people look, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
But now that we live in this society where everyone's got filters on their face and filters on their asses, then no one feels secure. But no one looks like that.
Becoming something. Yeah.
Right. And that's too bad.
That is too bad. That is unfortunate. And it's only going to get worse.
Oh, I know. Now with AI and everything, I mean, it's just impossible to... You'll never live up to any of those expectations. And those people don't look like that. They don't look like that.
No.
Nobody can.
And even those that do try by getting these implants, which I think, well, go ahead, keep going.
Okay. So there was a small spike in interest during the COVID-19 pandemic, which is kind of interesting, I actually think. Siglock says this can be attributed, among other things, to the fact that the pandemic has encouraged many people to seek alternative and healthy outdoor leisure activities. He's planning to advocate for the community and really hopes to attract more people. He says, "We will fight to keep on board every single naked person who wants to be with us. FKK is an ancient culture that cannot and will not die." So once again, the Germans have brought death into it. Somehow. Somehow the German brought death into it. I don't know how.
I got to visit Germany.
Germany it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And man, I had my first beer there ever, and it was mixed with Coca-Cola Classic. Yeah, it was beer and Coke, and it is called something. And I was like, I think I like the taste of this.
You sell that
For better or for worse.
They make great products too.
Oh,
great
yeah.
Engineering, great engineering.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's see here. Actually, speaking of people who got fired for sex, this is kind of interesting. A Mississippi state trooper has been fired for sending a sex video she filmed with another woman to other officers. These other officers need to be fucking flogged. You're going to tell me okay, anyway, I'll get into the story. So, a Mississippi gal, she was out there. She was banging this chick, and she was like, ooh, I got this on camera. This is hot stuff, right? And she was like, I bet you some of my buddy cops, my male cop friends, they would probably like to see it. Her name is Ivana Williams. Ooh, Ivana Williams. You can pull me over anytime. But please don't, actually, because the money is still real, and she's probably not going to have sex with me. So she was fired in February amid accusations. She sent racy photos of herself to several senior officers and even visited porn sites on her state-issued phone. Now, I'm just going to say this right here. Life is full of double standards, and this is one of them. If it was if it was Isaac Bucky sending a bunch of nudes and looking at porn on his phone, I'd say, buddy, don't do that. But there's something about this I find sexually appealing. Allow her to do it. She was additionally accused of sending colleagues the sex video filmed with her and another woman.
Yes.
And since then, there's been a filed civil lawsuit against her.
By the other woman.
The unnamed victim wrote in a complaint. At this point, I have no idea the exact number of people who have this video. Based on what I've been told, a lot of our law enforcement community have it. MHP heads and officers are sharing it. So that's the issue. Okay, I understand that. So she shared a video of her having sex with this woman, and this woman did not expect that to go around she wasn't like, she's going to send this to the cops.
Yeah.
So I understand that being aggravating. I get that. Absolutely. So Master Sergeant Julius Hudson and Master Sergeant Jeremy Lott. What about all this Master Sergeant stuff? Sounds like BDSM. What's
Yeah,
that?
Sounds like the Army.
Seems to go with the porn search. you know?
Right. They were also later fired for their involvement for allegedly requesting nudes from Williams. Apparently you can't do that as an officer. Isn't a cop's job to ask questions? She is
Especially the masters.
I mean, she is a beautiful, beautiful officer. And again, back the blue. In this case, backshot the blue. Have fun with that. So the scandal has made headlines all over the place because all of this is happening in a place called Rankin County, which I can't imagine has a lot going on. Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey, he says, from my understanding and our background investigation. So they did a full, they did more research than the CIA did on the bin Laden family after 9/11. So he says, from my understanding and our background information, it was a policy violation. The Mississippi Highway Patrol, and there were no accusations of criminal activity of any kind. However, she was still fired. Hudson admitted to investigators with the state that she was 90% sure he was Williams' supervisor, but asked for the lewd pics anyway. Both men claim in appeals to the state that they received the photos while off duty and have requested the state reverse their terminations. Out of all the horrible things that we've seen cops do,
Yeah.
I guess I would rather have them horny and happy than disgruntled and pissed. So maybe porno for police is the new campaign. Maybe it has to happen. Porno in every police car. You know how many more citations we wouldn't get?
A lot more stress relieved.
Yep. Yeah, this is
Nicer, yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, you know, based on everything we've seen over the past, 50 years, basically as soon as cameras were ubiquitous, immediately we were like, cops seem to be beating up a lot of people.
I'm wondering if she
In
was
this
trying
case-
to go viral.
What do you mean? You think the gal?
Yeah. I
To
mean,
make a statement.
not so much make a statement, but I just want to go ahead and pass this around and see how it gets. I mean, the lady from the hockey game
Right.
is, I mean, that people are searching for.
People are searching. Ivana Williams.
Money's being offered.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you look at Kim K.
Yeah.
Right.
It made the news. Yes, you get fired. You get an offer.
But
And-
instant fame.
Yeah.
And fortune and the idea.
Stunning looking woman also. Like,
And
I saw the
unlike-
picture in there,
Yeah, and unlike the gal with the Oilers, who was just like flashing kind of fun, which I also miss the fun flash.
Yeah.
You know, you can't even, back in my day, you could moon someone and it'd be like kind of funny. Oh, look at their butt. And now it's felonious.
Yes.
So I miss the fun flash. We just need to get back to having a good fucking time every now and again. This woman had sex on camera, so she's even more ready for porn dude to come.
Yeah.
Literally hunt her down and put her to work. So obviously she's unemployed. So
But she's not wearing a kilt and
no, she's not.
She kept it clean.
Well, she's unemployed. She's not retired. She's unemployed.
Yeah,
she's
right,
fired.
right.
Yeah.
So I think that she is going to
She's gonna get some deals. She'll be okay.
get it done.
Yeah, that's that part I like about this new world. You know,
Yeah.
you losing your job for doing something like this, however you may want to judge it, there'll be another industry that's going to go ahead and pick you right back up.
Absolutely.
And you'll make so much more money from it. You know, money-driven society that we are.
Yep, yep.
There are multiple avenues. So
I
good
agree.
for her.
silver lining and
I completely agree. We got the militarization of police, the 1033 program, just some horrible things happening in this country when it comes to eroding our civil liberties. This is not in the ballpark whatsoever of my concern when it comes to American policing, specifically in Mississippi.
Yeah.
I've seen a few movies and documentaries. The police force there, I do not want to get pulled over. And look at me. I'm saying that. I am saying that. So you can imagine how you would feel. Oh my God.
I'm afraid to drive cross country because I don't want to end up in the wrong county.
You know what you got to
At the
do?
wrong time.
You have to have country music at your behest. So wherever you are, we got pulled over. Oh, I have a Conway Twitty tape. Pop it in there. And then they'll know you're one of the good ones. Shit. You know, so you turn off your music that you like and just be like, how about, Toby Keith died. Dang. You just say something like that. Might go easy on you.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yep.
All right.
The only ideas I have.
I mean, I'll take it.
All right.
And to make it to the next day.
That's it. Randall, that concludes our episode.
That was fast. It went too fast.
I know. I think we only did about 30 minutes here.
All right.
What's
All right.
happening,
Are
Doctor?
No, okay.
Let me just.
He's finishing up. Unbelievably compelling content.
Yep.
Especially for people just listening. For those just listening, he's drawing.
Yeah.
He's drawing something.
I'm drawing some.
That's pretty exciting. I just watched Harvey Picar yell at David Letterman. It's a great clip.
Oh, that's
Really?
great.
Yeah, Harvey Picar, pretty great. He draws pretty fast.
Yeah, not me. Yeah.
All right.
We didn't give you a
All right, here we go.
All right, so. Ta-da!
Hey, look at that. We got a guy with a butt thing in there. That's fantastic. Now this is I don't know what that is.
That was you don't remember the giant whale creature that you were talking about that was hovering over everyone and eating. No. What actually? What she was inspired by your AI comment.
Love it.
about the false kind of
Beauty.
the illusion of
The illusion of beauty. Okay.
and the
Yes.
all that. So that's what kind of she is kind of representing that.
And then she's saying no nudity here.
Right.
Wow.
And then the guy.
And the kid.
I love this. Yeah, that's brilliant.
He's kind
Well,
of the star.
you can find that on Randall's Instagram, and you can probably get it signed.
I like the smile. Also, you should write retired on there.
Retired. Don't give an artist no check.
That's a good one, though.
All
That's a
right.
good one, though.
Thank you all so much for listening to the first week of the Ben Kissel channel. It's been an honor to be back with y'all. We'll be back next week. Bye.
All right.